Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising, this is your tarot reading for the week ahead. We start with the Death card and the Ten of Swords, the Lord of Ruin. I know it looks utterly terrifying, but do not worry. Do not press stop or skip. It's all good. Ten of Swords and the Death card, pretty much the same kind of card, same kind of energy. You can almost see that the way that the colours are distributed with the black at the top and this break of sunshine happening just in the middle. It is the process of letting go this week. What is it that you need to shed? What is no longer serving you? This is by far one of the most helpful and useful questions to be asking yourself. Whether that's within relationships, whether that's within habits, whether that's in limiting beliefs, could be across the board, or it may be evident in one particular thing. It's an interesting blend, however, because we literally have the blended, the Lord of Blended Pleasure, the Four of Cups here. Interestingly, this card also showed up for Scorpio, so there's something in the waters, pun intended, as they're both water signs here, in combination with the Six of Swords. Both of these cards appeared in Scorpio's reading, so be sure to go and check that out if you want some more details on those energies. But there's a feeling here, unlike Scorpio, Pisces, where you are not willing to let some of these things go. It's like this almost, and this is again a word that I did use for Scorpio, is sulking. There may be a propensity to want to sulk or go, it's not fair, that's not what I want to do. Obviously, the plus side of being a water sign is that deeply emotional, caring, intuitive, responsive. But sometimes the negative or the drawbacks or the shadow aspects of being a water sign is that we can be sometimes a little oversensitive or a little overly emotional. And there's a bit of having a bit of a tantrum, an existential tantrum against the universe, saying, I don't want to let this go yet. I don't want to know. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. And the more that we're able to embrace this concept and this understanding of impermanence, that everything in life really is temporary, that we don't have ownership over anything, be that relationships, be our house, be our work, the more that we're able to understand that these are ebbs and flows, that some things come in and then some things come out, the better. And I would really encourage you to enter this week with that attitude. As scary as the Ten of Swords, that Lord of Ruin, and the Death card can look, it is making space, it is clearing the way so that bigger, better and brighter things can come. And when we resist and when we desperately try and hold on and say, no, 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 I want to have this is mine, this is, I don't, again, there could be a lack of wanting to share, but mostly it's about a sense of not wanting to let things go. And there is a real encouragement. It's not even an encouragement. I some way think, and this sounds perhaps a little bit more serious than I mean it, but there's, in some ways, I think the universe will going to take it out of our hands, regardless of whether we're gripping onto it or not. And all that's going to happen, the more tightly that we grip, the more upset and pain we're going to cause ourselves. So just embrace this concept, as I said, of surrender, open-handed generosity, and saying, okay, if it's not meant to be for me, it's not meant to be for me. There are times where we desperately want that job interview, or we wanted that opportunity, and for whatever reason it didn't land in our lap. And of course, there can be slight moments of disappointment, and that is fine. But allow that disappointment to be only short-lived. Brush yourself off and go, okay, fine, I'm moving on to the next thing. The more that you sit in this place of despondency and this point of sulking and it's not fair, the only person that's really going to suffer in that position is you. We have to know and trust that the universe has a better understanding of what's going on, what is required for us and what isn't required for us. One of my friends once told me that one of her kind of prayers that she often uses is, show me, universe, what I need to let go of. And I think that's such a brilliant attitude. Sometimes that can be quite stark and it can come quite quickly, but it can be a really useful thing because we're clearing away what we consciously think is for us and what the universe or the divine plan has in store for us. And this is summarized so beautifully in the Six of Swords, which is showing moving into calmer waters. This in Scorpio's reading was a little bit more fraught. It was this sense of, I want to get to calmer waters as quickly as possible. Whereas for you, it is this process of needing to let go and choosing only the select few things to take forward with us. Remember that if we try and take everything forward, it slows down our progress, and it's not always possible. So from the Ten of Swords, we can perhaps only choose 60% of it and then move forward with that. What's really lovely to see is that you have the Queen of Pentacles as your last card. This is a card of stability, resourcefulness. It's the home card. It's being very grounded, very practical, and enjoying worldly pleasures, if I can use that grandiose term. So this process of letting go isn't for naught. You're not being punished. It's not you're having your toys taken away by any means. It's so that you can move to a point that is more aligned, more grounded, and more settled. I love to see this. Particularly as that kind of journey, that ending point towards everything. You've got in the Queen of Pentacles the rabbit energy as well. So there is an encouragement here that you're lightening your load this week. It's meaning that whatever comes next doesn't feel so arduous. I would really encourage, therefore, to keep this notion or keep this concept around, okay, how do I simplify? How do I streamline? What is it that I need to let go of? Think of it a bit like a hot air balloon. There are ballasts, and we need to jettison things off the side so that we can lift even higher. And some of those may require, at some point, seemingly quite a lot of sacrifice. But what it will do is mean that whatever you're left with, as indicated with the Queen of Pentacles, you value the absolute most, because you know ultimately this is the core thing that I want to do, the core thing that I believe in, trust in, and value, as I said. Yeah, that's everything that I wanted to say. So although it may be seemingly a quote unquote difficult week, it actually isn't. And there may be, if you've done this process of letting it go a lot already, then this probably won't be quite such a shock to the system. But yes, all good. And remember that the universe does know best. So that is my reading for you this week. Pisces, have a gorgeous, gorgeous week. Be sure to check out your rising sign and your moon sign for more details. But until next week, have a gorgeous rest of the 7 days, and I shall see you then. Bye for now.